Back's turn. Origi turn, shoots.
Build the dream in FIFA 20, pay less and get more, and use the code TVM at checkout for a bigger discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to have a little bit of a discussion slash rant about FIFA 20. I say rant, right? I want to get this out in the open before we even start complaining. I really enjoy the game, right? For the most part, at least. There's one massive underlying problem with the game. And there is something else that really does need addressing again, because they've tried once and they've done nothing. But I really enjoy it. I have fun playing it. I'm not very good at it. You know, I'm not going to say that I win. I don't win the majority of my... I don't know, maybe I do win the majority of my games. But I do lose games. And I'm not an elite player in Foot Champs. I don't play in Division 1. I'm not great at the game, right? So before people say, oh, the only reason you like it is because you're good at it, nonsense. Absolute nonsense. I was super critical of FIFA 19. That is quite literally the worst FIFA I've ever played. And if I ever have to go back to a FIFA that bad, I will just stop. I'm not going to put myself through it again because that was horrendous. But this year, in my opinion, they've made vast improvements. The gameplay is fun again. The menus are good as well if you're talking about Ultimate Team. And in general, I enjoy it. I do. I like playing it. I put it down and I'm thinking, oh, do you know what? I can't wait to play another game. However, there are problems, and one of which is a major problem. We'll get to that in a second. When the game first came out in early access, though, and even the demo, people were saying how much they enjoyed it and how this was the best FIFA game they've played in years. And you might be one of those people who now will deny ever saying that, but I've read a lot of people. In fact, there was very little in the way of negative. I think a lot of people were complaining about it initially because they just wanted to complain, and people love to complain, especially when it comes to EA. You know, you get people who think it's cool to hate on a FIFA product and hate on EA in general, and those people were out in force as well, of course. But a lot of people were saying, even Kurt, right, who is super critical of the FIFA franchise in general for whatever reason, has come out and said that he enjoys it. Then all of a sudden, for seemingly no reason, the more people play it, I guess, people are uncovering a few issues here or there with regards to, well, a lot of things really. Passing, I've seen people complain about. Interceptions for me are bad. They're a little bit too, not overpowered, but they're just too frequent. Like that, there's fair enough. I've kicked it straight to him, but interceptions are very frequent. You need to leave like 2 or 3 yards of space when you make a pass so it doesn't get intercepted. The other big problem that I've seen, and the one that I agree with most, is delay. People are getting it twisted though. They're calling it latency. This, in this example, isn't a latency issue. This is a deliberate ploy, in my opinion, to counter the first-time shot. Remember that in FIFA 19, where people would just literally line it up on the edge of the area, smash it in top bins, and bang, you're 1-0 up. Look at this from a much slower perspective. Paco Alcacer threw on goal. This is me starting to power up the shoot bar. I have got 10 yards of space there. And then that's me finishing. Now my finger is off the shoot button. Alcacer is set. All he needs to do is put his right foot down, left foot forward, and then right foot swing at the ball and hit it. But he doesn't do that because of the delay. It's not latency, it's a delay. Latency would be that the power bar didn't power up. Look how long he takes. He only kicks it as soon as the goalkeeper's foot is about to make contact with the ball. And it's a very similar situation here. He's under pressure from the defender, sure. The goalkeeper is somewhat closer. But I've still got a couple of yards of space there easy. There's no reason why he shouldn't be kicking that with his right foot around the outside of the goalkeeper like I've tried to. I've not gone across the keeper. I've gone for the keeper's left or near post. There's no reason why he shouldn't be releasing it. And again, I bring you back to this example because this is the biggest example. Look how much space I have from when I've started powering to when I finish powering to now. Why is he not taking that shot? Why does he take another touch? I've released the sprint button. I've powered it up. I've released the shoot button. I just need him to kick it. That's all I need him to do. And for whatever reason, I know why, but for whatever reason, he decides to take another touch, takes it straight into the goalkeeper, and the keeper makes a save. Now, you can argue many factors here. Oh, no, that is a latency issue. I mean, I don't think you can argue that to a degree because it's not. You know, latency issues are when you power things up and it doesn't register, and then all of a sudden it does. It comes out of nowhere. Like, you press it, nothing happens, and then it happens. But in this instance, as soon as I power, the bar appears and it's powering up immediately. So it's registering what I want it to do. It's just not taking the action I want it to take until it's too late. Because it will take it. It'll just take a little while. And honestly, in my opinion, the reason why they've done it is because first-time shots were so prevalent last year and they were so overpowered that they wanted to try and avoid that this year. So they thought, what can we do? We'll put a delay. Someone gets the ball into feet and they want to do a first-time shot. It's not going to happen. It's going to take a second, and that will eliminate the first-time shot mechanic, essentially. And their answer was just to put a delay on the gameplay. Because this doesn't just affect shooting, it affects passing, it affects skill moves as well. It's difficult for me to show you skill moves. I could show you passing, but what's the point? No one really cares about that one too much. I mean, they do. If they fix the delay in general, the passing gets fixed, right? But the shooting example is just a blatant example of me just not working, right? So the other point you could make is that it's the same striker twice, and it's Paco Alcacer. Maybe his reactions or his composure's not good enough. It's got absolutely nothing to do with that. I mean, I would definitely say that reactions and composure have an effect when taking a shot or when making a pass or being under pressure from a defender. Of course it does. That's what the whole point of the stats are. However, it wouldn't have mattered if I had a player with 99 composure, 99 reactions, 99 finishing compared to a bronze. If I'm pressing the shoot button, he needs to release the shot. It's got nothing to do with what happens up until that point, whether you've got bad reactions and composure. What matters is what comes after. If he's got bad composure, the shot won't get hit correctly. If he's got bad reactions, sure, it'll take a little bit longer, but I mean that takes the biscuit really. And Paco Alcacer's reactions are not bad. And then of course his finishing will determine on how good the shot was. I didn't even get the shot off. So the problem with it is that EA have coded it that way for a reason. And I don't see enough people, not that I'm actively searching, but I don't see enough people complain about it and understand what it is. Because a lot of people, even the pros, I've seen blaming latency. And latency might be an issue for some. It's not for me personally. But this in particular is not a latency issue. It is just a coding. It's not an error because it's deliberate, but it is an error at the same time because it's wrong, right? So this needs to be fixed big time because this single-handedly, this is killing my desire to want to play the game. I'm playing well. I'm holding the ball well. I'm passing it well. I'm enjoying myself. More than anything, I'm having fun. But when you hold the ball like I do, and I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet, but I tend to have 60 to 65, maybe sometimes 70% possession against my opponent. And I'm being hit on the counter. And the counters are so effective in this game. And that's, by the way, what they should be. I'm not complaining about that at all. Counterattacks are fantastic. And here we are with a counterattack here. Unfortunately, my guy here takes too long. He should have released it there and tried to get it up the field a bit quicker. But he takes too long. I get people back and it comes to nothing. But this, I mean, the counterattacks are well balanced. They need to be that, not overpowered, but they need to be that effective, right? Because they are in real life. And no one could deny that. But when I'm holding the ball and my opponent's got 10, 11 people behind the ball defending, it's difficult for me to find any space whatsoever. When I do find the space, it's literally a yard or two of space, if that. And my player takes too long to release the shot because of the delay. And all of a sudden, I've lost the ball, they've got a counter, and they've scored. Because they're going to have more room to move. They're not going to have as many defenders back. I'm not going to have as many defenders back, I should say. And he's got far more space. So that when he powers up his shot, he's going to get his delay like everybody else does. But my defenders are nowhere because he's on a counter and he's able to score. And that's what happens constantly. And it's wrong. And you could easily say to me, oh, we'll just play counter-attack in football then. Soak up the pressure. Let your opponent have the ball. That I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to counter delay like that. If it was a case of, oh, I just keep getting hit on the counter and I can't explain it, fine, you know, play slightly less possession because obviously you're getting killed by the counter attack. But it's for a reason in this game. You know, I'm losing the ball because of a shot delay that shouldn't be there. I've banged on about it too much, right? And I apologise for that, but it's just the most irritating feature of this game, and it just doesn't serve a purpose. Just get rid of it, EA, please. You are killing my enjoyment. The other thing, and I'll mention it quickly because they've mentioned it, you know, goalkeepers don't catch enough, they parry too much. And I'll show you an example on screen. A laughable example. This doesn't happen all the time, but you know, it wasn't something I was surprised by. Goalkeepers need to be catching more. They've tweaked it. They've done it in a pitch notes, and they've said that you know, they've improved things. They haven't improved anything. I don't think the goalkeepers catch any more than they did before. They are still parrying into really stupid situations, and they're just, I mean, in terms of shot stopping in general, they're actually not that bad at all. I don't mind them. But when you get a lofted cross into the box, there's no challenge on your goalkeeper, and he's tipping it behind him, giving the ball away, doesn't make any sense. When he's tipping it over the bar, when again there's no pressure, it's stupid. He needs to be catching it. They need to turn the goalkeepers catching the ball up. Increase it by 25-50%. Just make them catch more things, please. Get it right this time. That, though, is something I could probably live with for now. It's the delay, in my opinion, that's killing the game more than anything. Because it shouldn't be there. Goalkeepers making mistakes you can maybe attribute to human error. You know, even like Larissa made a mistake earlier today. And that's not the first time. He did against Southampton as well. You know, the goalkeepers make mistakes. Okay, these are terrible mistakes that shouldn't be happening all the time. But still, you could go, oh, my goalkeeper's trash, I'll get a new one or whatever. Not that it'll make a difference, but still. This one, though, it happens to, you know, the shots are just, and the passing and the skill moves, they just don't register. And it's just killing the whole thing, and it needs to be fixed. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. Let's get a discussion going. If I've missed anything that is just, you know, game-breaking, essentially, let me know down below. What is the biggest flaw in FIFA 20 and how would you fix it? If you have enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index, the game changed. Download the app now.